Hey, just thought I would jump on and share a little bit more of my story on vitiligo and my skin. I did a post yesterday, and this month, the month of June, is the month of vitiligo, and they do this to share information, awareness, and it's for the whole month. So this whole month I'm going to be sharing snippets of bits and pieces of my life, of other people, people I've met, and that we're all normal everyday people doing everyday things just you and me, right? Now, one of the things that you might not know is that it affects 1 in 100 people. And you might think, wow, 1 in 100 people, never would have thought of that. So these white patches have come up over time, but 1 in 100 people actually have vitiligo. And as I said, Michael Jackson is one of the well-known people, but people don't really realize it, that he also had vitiligo. And I'm not quite sure at what age it sort of happened, but one of the things that we do know is we used to see him wear a glove, and he used to cover up, and then he was wearing longer clothes, and you really didn't see his skin. And then at some stage people thought that he wanted to be white, and because he was getting whiter and whiter, he was doing like a skin bleaching. So he was probably, because he was a public figure, he was trying to bring all of his skin tone to one tone. And you can do skin bleaching. I've never done skin bleaching. There is some things that I'm going to share with you that I have done over the years. I am seeing some reversal, believe it or not, and I'm going to be talking about my reversal during this month and what I'm seeing. But let's talk about, why does someone have vitiligo? Well, that's the million-dollar question, right? No one really knows. Even if you go to a doctor, the doctors don't really know. They call it autoimmune, but they don't really know why we have vitiligo. I think a few things. Mine stems from, I would say, like Hashimoto's, which is an underactive thyroid component, and they say stress. Well, how does my life become more stressed than the person next to me? We all carry our own stress, and why would my stress be something different? I think that when I had my first son, I was about 22. I think that was my very first stress. He was pretty traumatic delivery, and believe it or not, that's when my first patches started, down in the nether regions, which I didn't really notice until probably after my second or third child. It's just something that you don't think of, and I thought it was just scar tissue. So I didn't really think much of it, and it was there, but you don't really look there. Many years later, I had a patch, and it was just literally here, and it was it was like a thumbprint. And I thought, oh, well, I probably had a pimple or something at some stage. So I thought again it was scar tissue. It was growing slowly, and it was getting a little bit bigger, and the thumbprint was getting a little bit bigger. And my chest is one of the first areas that was quite noticeable. The things that I noticed also was whenever I injured myself, that's where another patch would start. So I was running one particular day, and my sandal broke and I was running across some gravel, and I grazed like my hand, and then when my hand healed up, it stayed white. Another time was when I used to do kickboxing. They were the cool days back then, but I used to kick on the padding, and it was on the stitching, and I used to get a little scab on top of my foot. And then over time, it basically then started turning white on both feet. So my feet sort of started from there. Then on my arm, I remember one time I was gardening, and I had a palm frond, and it scratched my arm. Then that started to stay white as well. So, you don't call them big stresses. You think, well, why would they stay white? Many people have scratches and injuries and falls, and their skin tone comes back. So that's where mine started over time, and then then for no reason I would just have a random white patch turn up as well, and then my patches would join into bigger patches, and then, like I said, like even with my chest, and before you know it, you had a bigger patch. But anyway, I just thought I would share that when it first started. Do I hide myself? No, I don't. Am I embarrassed? No, I'm not. I must admit I was a little bit shyer when I was a bit younger. Like going out and, to functions and stuff like that. And I did used to put a little bit of makeup on and to cover up my chest area. But in all honesty, it got to a stage that there was too much. There's only so much you can cover up with makeup until it becomes a joke and you couldn't be bothered. I will talk about a little bit more about specialists and what they didn't do for me and how they literally, believe it or not, even ignored me. I'll talk a little bit about what I have changed, what vitamins and minerals that I personally take, what a normal person who's got vitiligo could be deficient in. You can always do a blood test for that, but there is some common ones that we are deficient in, and I'm going to talk about what they are and why they're quite helpful and useful for our skin and our bodies and our immune system. But it's just going to be, the month of June is going to be an awareness of, we're normal everyday people, and if you've ever wondered what in the hell's wrong with Joe's skin, it's just vitiligo. And if you happen to know someone who's got vitiligo, give them a shout out, ask them to share their story, tag them if you like in my story as well, and let's start getting some information out there. And yeah, let's just make it more of an awareness campaign. Anyway, enjoy your day. I finished watering the yard. The chickens are over there. I normally just come out and do a bit of a water of an afternoon. As my grandson says, wash all their poo in. He goes, yeah, that means I've got to wash the poo in. So we have done that job. Oh, there's a little bit more up here. I tell you what, these chickens, they are pooping machines, aren't they? But I do have lush green grass now, thanks to the chickens. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye.